Hello again. Today, Monday. What is it, the 30th of September? Boy, I tell you, oh, Lord, I am so grateful. I'm grateful. Boy, I am so grateful to just see these months and the way they going by. Mm-mm-mm. Well, I guess this is my last video today. As I've decided, like I said before, for the Paula Cook's Theory 1, living with bipolar disorder. I do a little blogging, little things on my Facebook, and my Facebook is S Novel, ESSNOVEL, or L. But anyway, this has been a great day for me. Like I said, it was raining today, and I'm back at home now. And I decided to, well, the Lord told me to put this color back on, wig, and put a little eyeshadow and mascara on. I especially in the summertime, I don't get into all the makeup and stuff. I love the makeup; it's beautiful, and I'm wearing some of my mom costume jewelry, something that she made, she puts together, and everything. And you know how they be making jewelry. It's nothing like, it's just costume. So I said, okay, let me I haven't been wearing jewelry in a while and everything. So God said, okay, let's do this, getting ready to, start back your YouTubing. And I said, okay. That's how me and God talk. Okay. You know the difference because God gonna say things that is positive that to help someone, like I said in the other video and stuff. So um I've done a lot of little shorts and everything, and you may want to consider to be a YouTuber. You find something interesting to talk about, or you want to cook, or so your sewing skills, or your whatever skills you have, drawing skills, books you've written, anything that is, that is positive and everything. Eh, it's just something that, just like you say, just live your life, jump at it, do what you do. And I'm just so thrilled. I'm so inspired. My mentors inspire me. Even you inspire me. So please, this is not for everybody. I know. Ooh, excuse me. I'm up here drinking some Mountain Dew. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. I be up at night and I don't sleep too good. But anyway, if this bless you and you think someone else it can bless, please like, describe, subscribe, and comment, please. I already seen somebody comment and they were laughing. I'm like, okay, I'm just a funny child. That's how I roll. I have a goofy side, then I have a serious side. Anyway, I want to tell you about this video. I was sneaky growing up. I sure was. I was sneaky growing up, child. I did some stuff. My family was real strict on me, right there at Bankhead and Holly. We was right there at that house. It looked like a shotgun. It was a big red brick house, but when you first come in the door, it looked shotgun straight out, and then curve over, and that's the den and the kitchen. So that's where I know most of my time at, from 5 years old to seventh grade. And that's when I went on to Southwest High in Mays, because when we stayed in Darwood 1 over there off of Peyton, and my family business was right there in the back of it, the Gordon Plaza shop. Um, uh, That's when I ended up going to Southwest and then Mays because I was borderline for Douglas. I could have went to Douglas because my aunt and uncle, my mom brother stayed like 2 minutes from there. I could have used their address, but I just went on there to keep it simple. I went to Douglas during summer school, so yes, yes. So I was sneaky. And like I said, my mom then was real strict on me because I was a girl. I'm the only child and everything. And, that's why I got that strictness from. And I know in this world today, it takes another kind of raising now. So I learned that the hard way. When my son, just let me know, hey, this ain't gonna work. I learned. I really did. I learned the hard way. Definitely learned. So, well, I had dated when I was at College of Woodson. My grandmama would keep me because she was a housewife. My mom would be at work at the business and stuff at the shoe shop. And my granddaddy would be around the house or whatever. I never will forget I was dating, as they say, Colton. My mentor, they say Colton back in the day. I was Colton, and I'm not gonna say no names because this was at College of Wilson, and it was at the 7th grade. Okay, I'm gonna say now, just to give a hint. Now he got a lot of children that he DJ. Okay, y'all would know at West Fulton what I'm talking about. Anyway, we dated in the 7th grade. So when a guy date a girl, well, when you young boy at the time, the parents are more different in a sense. It all depends because he had a dad and a mom at home, and it was so nice where I came over there, I rode my bike. He was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "Okay," because I think I was staying. I don't know where I was living. It might have been Hightower. Yeah, it had to be because I was like in the 8th at Southwest, and I went over there to see him. I don't know, was it the 7th grade? I know I was riding my bike. It had to been 7th grade. I don't know, but anyway, I went over to his house, and he wasn't far from West Fulton, but you go Gertrude Way or whatever, and then you go down the hill and all that. So anyway, when I got there, and he came to the door and he said, "Come on in." He said, "Mama, this is so and so. So and so, this is my mama and my dad." Hey, how you doing? They were so nice. I think his dad had died. Yeah. But anyway, it was so nice and everything. And his little baby brother, he was always, you know, smirking at me, and stuff. And I thought he was so cute. And he was younger. So anyway, um, hmm. As a girl growing up, I started having my menstrual at 10 because my mama went through that. And then, it passed on through my generation to my girls or whatever. You know how frisky, you know how little boys are. So we went into his bedroom and we sat down on his bunk bed and we was talking. And we just did our little kiss and everything. And then he gonna say, he said something about lay back or something. Let's do something. No, and I'm like, my mama would kill me. And then he had the door crack, so we could see his mom and dad. I'm like, you gonna really do this? With this, if I would have, the door gonna be cracking. You man, get out of here. So, but we was cool. We had I don't know how long we was together, probably like 2-3 months, because I know we went our separate ways when we was I ended up moving from Bankhead to over there, Southwest Atlanta. So we stayed in touch and still, but I'm gonna tell you why I was on Bankhead. This is and I had to be living on Bankhead because I would be riding my bike, my 10 speed, from the 6th to the 7th grade. And so We were still in the bedroom talking, and his mom or his dad or somebody came to the door and said, "We finna get ready to eat dinner. Would you like to join us?" And I was like, "Why not? Cool." But I also realized, oh, okay. So we sat at the table, him, me, his mom, dad, and his brother. And I don't know what the day all I remember sitting at the table. I don't know what we ate or whatever, but it was so cool. It was nice, and we spent time together. It was real cool. But my mom, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't have no boys at my grandparents' house. No, at home, not in the seventh grade. My mom didn't play that. Oh no, 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 no. Mm-mm. So anyway, my mom was real funny. She knew about him, but she went into my diary. I had a diary that a Sunday school teacher gave me when I was at New Springfield Baptist Church right across the street, well, right behind Cottage Woodson. And I guess she saw how, I was, just to myself. And I was looking sad because I lost my, I was still grieving for my father, but, it was just I'm with my parents, my grandparents, and my mom. We moved in, and I was still hadn't, going through stuff, and I didn't understand. Excuse me. So she gave me that diary, and I was writing all different kind of stuff. I know I'm kind of everywhere. I was writing all different stuff in there, honey. But that's another video. My mom went into my diary. So anyway, so I said, okay, thank you for having me for dinner. I enjoyed meeting you all. I appreciate it. It's okay. She's so sweet, Darren. It was nice meeting her. Okay. So I was getting ready to get on my bike and go. And I said, oh, I said the name. But anyway, okay. Look at my teeth. Anyway, as I said in the other video, honey, my teeth, I gotta get my teeth fixed. It's acting up on me. But anyway, I said, my bike, my tire was going flat, and it was getting ready to rain and stuff. So his dad was like, okay, that's fine. Um, he had an older truck. Back then it was still popular to have trucks, and a lot of times they were older. And he put my bike on the back of the truck and brought me on home. And when I got out, it went in Darwood One. He took my bike out. I said, "Thank you." He said, "You welcome." I was like a little girl, and I waved by to my little boyfriend and stuff. So I went in the house we was in a Darwood One in townhouse. And my mom said, "Oh, you back?" I said, "Yeah." I said I was at a friend's house, and I didn't have no air. My air ran out my tire, so they brought me home. Oh, okay. So like the next day or so, it's a guy um, at a Colson key repair key shop. They knew us ever since we were children and stuff. So the guy that worked with Colson in the Gordon Plaza, it was Duke, a heavy, husky light skinned guy. And I didn't know that was his dad across the street. And it used to be a little filling station in the other plaza before they built High Tower Station, which is HE Homes. So this big dark skinned guy, he had took to me when I used to bring my bike over there, and he knew my uncle strict and stuff. And I said, "Hey," I said, "You remember my uncle strict?" He said, "Yes." I said, "I came over here before, and my tire is down, so it's tired again." He said, "Come on, sweetie." I said, "Thank you." And so he put my air in the tire, fixed my tire, said, "Okay, thank you." And I rode my bike back. And so I didn't know that was Duke dad. So, but Duke went to Douglas. He was a big older guy. He was older, so. And, he looked at me as a little girl, so anyway, I went on back and stuff. So, but still, I'm talking about on Bankhead in my grandparents' home. Me and him would talk on the phone, who house I went to, and him and his dad brought me home. We would be talking on the phone, and he said, "When you gonna invite me over to your house?" I said, my grandparents' stuff is, oh Lord, they strict, and I said, well, guess what? I said, you know what? Come on over here. Maybe we could talk outside and play it off. Or I said, I tell you what, I'll bring you in, but I'm gonna have to sneak you in. I'm gonna have to sneak you in, you know. And he was like, oh, okay. So you know, he walked, and I finally saw him walking, past the church, and he done came and crossed the street. And so my grandmama and granddaddy was there. And so they all the way back, like when you open the front door, like I said, it's like a shotgun straight out, because her bedroom to the right, living room to the left. Then our bedroom, me and my mom bedroom, like went through to my grandmama room, because we turned the dining room into a bedroom when we moved in. And then we had the den right there in the kitchen, because we were always just eating the den at this little coffee table, And then we had those little folding tables, you sit and eat at. So made sure my grandmama and them, they were sitting in the den. So she was sitting in there looking at TV, had TV up a little bit. And then my granddaddy, he was sitting there by sleep. He be like, he always be asleep, like. And so I played it off like I went to the kitchen, do 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 do, you know. And I said, "What you watching, grandma? What you watching, grandma?" Oh, my stories or something it was on, And it had to been. I know my mom was at work at the shoe shop. She was a cashier there while my uncle was fixing the shoes, and so, let me see. It had to been like, was it a weekend? Because I know they were there on Saturday. So anyway, yeah, it definitely wasn't during the week. So it had to been a weekend. Yeah. So I was just timing it. He seemed like he walked up there fast. So I went back through, and I said, Mom, I think she said, what you doing? Where you at? I said, I'm in the living room playing. I would be in the living room, listen to my radio, listen to my component set, the radio V103. That was in the 70s, and I'd be playing with my dolls. So all of a sudden, I looked out the front door, and I came to the porch, and then there he go coming up, and I said, okay. And Bernadette, my friends I grew up with, they grandparents stay right next door, so I, looking to see because her grandma always be sitting on the porch, she ain't miss nothing. So yeah, so he came on up, walking out, cool and stuff, walking, And I'm like, come on, come on, come on. And he said, okay. And so he came in. I said, we're going to have to get up under the table. We had a great big old table. The table you sit at when you have all the family, So he came in. So I politely closed the door. And I go, so I could lock the door. And I said, get up under the table. So he got up under the table. And I got up under there with her. He was like, what? I'm like, I can't have boys over, but at least you here with me. I'll let you in. Like, The next thing I know, my grandmama done walked. She done came out the den, and she always be, you can hear walking down the hallway. That's all you be hearing. And so she was like, they always have that look, So she called herself checking on me. And so she walked by. She always have a little apron on, and she have a dress. She always had a house dress on. And so you could hear, I'm glad she didn't make no other noise walking by. Normally she be like, be making little other noises. So she walked on by and went into her room. That thing I know, she came back out. She said, Paula? I said, and I said, yes. She said, where you at? I said, oh, I'm down here by the table. She said, and she bent down. She said, what's going on with the table? You know, about the table. I said, no, I had dropped a part of my necklace and I'm looking for it, you know. You know, oh, okay, cause honey, she couldn't get all the way down now, you know, and everything. So I said, yeah, mom, I just, you know, I'm up here playing, grandma. Ain't nothing going on. I'm just, you know. Dropped my little thing on my necklace, honey. She said, oh, okay. And so she walked on back down. You could hear her going down the hallway. That thing I know, she turned to the right, went in the den, and sat back down on the and he was like, girl, we up there talking and everything. Up on the table, you know, they're so big and then it set a little high, but not high, but you know, still low where it's too low for you to bend all the way down. So when we little, you know, we younger, so we could actually just sit up under there, you know, and it was just really big, so you could just sit up under there. That thing I know, I heard my granddaddy. He done got up. And he just walked on through. Cause he don't be paying no attention, honey. He ain't trying to look to see was I playing or something. My granddaddy, he was probably like 70 something. They was all like 70 something then. So he went into in the bedroom. I said, we're going to get out of here now. This ain't gonna work. He like, yeah. I said, I'm sorry. I said, maybe we should have been on the porch just talking. I said, but you know, she probably would have told that I had a little boy on the step. And I would have said, well, he was just going to the store and came and sat on the porch with me. You know, we could have played it out, but I brought him on in. And we was up under the table. Right to this day, when I seen him 20-something, 30 years ago at West Fulton's class reunion, I went with Jackie, my other friend Jackie. I didn't know what he was talking about. He said, yeah, she had me up under that table. I'm like, what you talking about? You still talking about that? Child, that was so funny. And so, anyway, I think my granddaddy came back out. So he came back out and he went, you know, he had carpet in so he went through the living room where we was at. And he was just going on by his business, you know, kind of dragging his leg a little bit. Went on back in the den. So I kind of tipped in my room and looked, and I could see them still sitting there. And so while I'm opening the front door, it's a big, heavy front door. So I coughed when it made that little click. I said, and he was already right there at the door. I said, and I hugged and kissed him, you know. And so he went on out, and then I closed the door. Then I went on into the den. My grandma was sitting up there looking at TV. And I just played off again. I'm like, Grandma, what we eating today? I don't know. I'm fix something. And sometimes she be talking to my granddad. He be sitting up there half asleep. And my granddad worried a lot. He used to make a lot of noise like, you know, make that noise like that. And he be sitting up there. You know, sometimes I even do it now. I go, oh, boy. But he used to be, you know, it's letting you know it's something on your mind. And my grandma used to say, Oscar, Oscar. He's like, huh? He's like, cut out all that noise, all that worrying. He's like, huh. And then so I be sitting up there. And one time, it was nighttime. And okay, let me go to this part. When I got in the 10th grade, going from Southwest, we were transferring to Maid. I remember my uncle at the shoe shop, Strick asked me out the blue, I never will forget this. I guess he was just getting his paperwork together just in case he died and whatever. Cause I guess his son, I don't know where he was gonna leave his son, but my uncle Strick got that house for grandparents, for his parents, and so when they both died, he moved back in the house because he had a little garage apartment on the side. But anyway, he had an apartment over the garage. So he asked me, he said, "Hey," he said, "let me ask you something." I said, "Yeah," because I was at the shoe shop. So I used to go there a lot and be visiting him, even if my mom wasn't there. So he said, "Would you want that house on Bankhead?" I said, "Huh?" He said, "Would you want that house on Bankhead?" I looked at him and I said, "Mm-mm." I had no idea. I like, I mean, no. He said, "Okay." Because it was just so much going on with, the house needed repair and we had mice. We'll see a rat every now and then. I never really seen no roaches, but yeah, that house had mice because when we would be in the bed and the lights out, you could hear them. You could hear them and stuff. And I'm like, Lord. And so, and then so one time we was all in the den because my uncle, my oldest uncle, we call him brother. He the one that died at 95. That's the one I helped my mom help take care of. But anyway, he was living there at the house. We had my other uncle there. The one had mental illness, and then the nephew that was the family house. And then my uncle Strick, okay, well he moved out that room, and like I say, they built the apartment over the garage, so he moved out in that. He just walked across the yard. So anyway, we sitting all in there in the den looking at TV one evening, and so honey, one of the little mice came out. We would see them in the drawer. They pull out, you'll see a little mice in the drawer or something. Honey, that mice came out the hallway, the one I told you she was walking down, and that mice done. Okay. She's sitting in the chair. She had a chair she was sitting in. Then I was sitting on the sofa. And then my granddaddy was sitting over here, or he might have been in the bedroom. And I know my mom, she was in our room because they had a door right there. So, like I say, that was our bedroom. I don't know if she was in her room or, yeah, she had to be in her room because it was in the evening. And we sitting there looking at TV, and that little mouse came from the hallway and was coming in the den, and it was running straight shot toward my grandmama. My grandmama say, she had stumped my grandma was a little heavy set lady, she had to lift her legs up like that and stomp down, but she didn't really stomp. She just, you know how you just kick up all of a sudden, kick the mouse up in the air and it hit a flip, and time it hit the floor, it hit the floor, boom, running, and I fell out laughing because I was like, oh my God, what that thing? And so one time I was sitting in that den, nobody saw it. I thought I was seeing things. That doggone big old rat, like they say, a New York rat. I'm up there looking at TV, and I think my grandmama kind of had sleep, or she went in her room. I think she went in her room because she always go through our room. And my mom was at her desk. She had a little desk. She always, she was a director in Mary Kay as well. So she would do her little calls, and she was doing something. And my grandma was in the room, and I don't know who was in there with me, but it was dark in the den. But we had the kitchen light on. Honey, I saw that big old rat. That doggone rat was about big as a puppy. And I seen that rat come through the kitchen. And I said, Grandma, Mama. Well, they said, huh? What's wrong with you? I see a big old rat. I mean, big. I thought it was a puppy, a dog, not a puppy, but a big. I didn't know what to say. And then so I knew I seen it go toward, like, away from the back porch, it goes into the kitchen. And I didn't see him go nowhere else. And I took the chance to walk toward the kitchen. I looked to the right. I didn't see the rat. I'm like, where the heck it went? I said, Grandma, Mom, y'all look at the cabinet that is up under, not the sink, but it was a cabinet, that's down there. So they looked and opened it. They didn't see nothing. So where did he go? You know, because we're at the couch, we really next to the kitchen. So I didn't hear nothing. I say, dang, and I still think about that today. Did that rat squeeze in? I understand they can squeeze into a little tight. I'm like, where in the heck could he go? Girl. Then one day, and this is my last story about me, I was sneaky, but I still have little stories with it. And this part of, I was just telling my daughter today, girl, you the scariest person, but the sneakiest person there. Sneaky but scary. So I was sneaky and I was scary. And so then it was another time. Oh, excuse me. Angela Walton lived across the street. And so she came on over. And everybody called my mama Dot. And she always act like she was older than what she was. She went to West Fulton. And so she was a light-skinned young lady with long, pretty hair. Stayed with a grandmama or somebody she called mama. But anyway, my mother knew her sister, small world, So they knew each other for a long time. And so she came over there one day and was sitting on sitting there on the den sofa. And my mom was like, hey, Angela. She was like, hey, Dot, how you doing? It sounded just like a grown woman, like she was talking to her mama. And so we sitting there in the den and stuff. Why this daggone mouse came out? Still came from the hallway. It must have been coming out from them vents. They be up under the house and they had vents in the floor. Don't you know when I went to this house, if you go to their house today, and I did go to it when they did fix it up. I did get to see it. Everything was all original because I brought my baby girl who's 23 now. But it was a couple years ago. So anyway, they still, I say that because they still got vents in the floor. Where now, everything built got vents in the ceiling. They must have been coming out that floor, that building thing. Vent out the floor. So the same, like the mouse, like how it was coming toward my grandmama that night. This is bright daylight. Angela was sitting on the sofa. I think my grandmama had went in the room and my mom was there. This had to have been a weekend. And my granddad, I don't know where he was, but I was sitting in a chair, like next to the stove. You have one of them old-fashioned stoves and you sit next to it and it warm you up. So she was sitting there looking at TV. And that little mouse came from around that corner again. And here she goes. And just like, oh, a mouse. And she had jumped up on the sofa. And the mouse got scared and turned around and ran back in the hallway. And just said, oh, Lord. All right, Doc, y'all, I'm gone. I got to go. I'm going to go. I said, Angela. She said, I see you. She ain't came back over there. But, honey, here's the kicker. And I'm finna wrap it up. Child, I didn't know Bernadette and them had a older brother. He stayed over there with the grandmama. And so Ricky was much older. And so grandmama, me, I don't know if my granddaddy was there or not. Because it was only me and her at the house because everybody was gone. My granddaddy didn't play that. He didn't have nobody sitting. He said, don't nobody supposed to be around this house. Well, my uncle and them always were. It's just that when they always had the nephews, the grandchildren there, they were like older than me. I got a big family, but I don't know a lot of the new generation. I don't know. But they are so much older because my mother had me late in life. She had me at 31. And I got her beat. So I had my baby girl, I think I was going on 34. So anyway, we are sitting in the den. And the same big old rat I saw that night, nobody saw. It came back through the kitchen again. And my grandmama saw it and my mama saw it. I don't know, was it a weekend or what? We didn't know what to do. We were like, oh my God. And the thing, like I said, it looked like a big cat. It was fat. I can't even say what pig it looked like. I don't even say what it came, but it came and it went in the back of the sofa where we sat in the den. We were like, oh Lord. Oh boy, we were having a fit. Oh my God. And in the back of call, who gonna call? Who gonna? Cause my uncle Strick was at the shoe shop, so he couldn't leave work. And then my uncle brother, we call him brother, he was John. He lived over there at Greenbrier, had his own house, you know, him and his wife. So he was at work and died. My mom, I don't know what she was doing, but honey, she would cut a rug, honey. She would forget everybody. She been and got up out of, honey, me and my mom. So they said, call Miss Champion or go over there. You know, I said, you want me to go over there? She said, no. Call Miss Champion. You know, Bernadette grandmama and them. And ask her Ricky come over here. And so they called Miss Champion. Miss Champion, can your grandson come over here? Because it's a big old rat in here and we don't know what to do. She said, okay. So Ricky came. Bernadette brother came over there because he already knew us and stuff. But I didn't know that was Bernadette brother. He came over there with a big old rifle gun. And he said, where that, Miss Strickland? I'm ready. He said, I'm going to get it. Where that, Miss Strickland? Where's that? Where that? She said, we were looking. She said, well, it went in the back of the couch where we were sitting at. He got on the couch. He was on his knees. And he had his gun. And he was looking. We had a vent up under that couch. That big ass thing must have went through that vent that was in that floor. So he waited for a good 15, 20 minutes. He said, look like it ain't gonna come out. He said, yeah. She said, I thank you. She said, I'm gonna tell my son and we gotta put some brats on, because honey, that was a big one. I said, I told you, Grandma, I told you. I would call my grandma mama. Because like I said, I had already been calling my mom died ever since I was a little girl and called my daddy Walt. Well, you know. He died when I was 5, but my mom said that because people used to ask, well, you let your daughter call by your name? She said, it's okay. Everybody call me that, you know, because my mom, you know, I was always with my grandmama. And just like I said, my granddaddy would say, don't nobody need to be in this house, but my grandmama, her name was Willie. Willie Mae and Paula, because she keeping Paula. So I died work. Nope, he didn't play that. Nobody better not be sitting around their house. Anyway, Rick said, well, just call me back if you see him again. She said, thank you so much. I'm sorry about that. He said, that's okay, Miss Strickland. All right, take care. He had that big old shotgun. I don't know, was it a rifle or a shotgun? I know it was a big one. And honey, he was going to shoot that thing. Boy, I tell you the truth. We saw that. I'm telling you, that thing was bold. We was sitting up there bright broad light, because everybody was gone. It said so happened my mom was there, I believe. Honey, oh Jesus, that thing came from that kitchen from somewhere, and he decided to. He moved so fast, he came around the corner and just went behind the sofa. Like he knew where to go. And I'm like, oh no, my mom's like, what the world? You know, my grandma like, where she seen it. And like I said again, honey, she called his brother, Bernadette and brother. And honey, he came with that shotgun. I'm telling you, and I know I said it again, because right now my mind is racing. I'm reliving it. Ooh-wee, child. I think I cut down from being sneaky then. I said, what if that thing would have came up and I had my boyfriend up under the table? Honey, please, come on now. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed it. You know, I'll be having some fun stories, you know, and we got so many stories. this is a way, it's a platform that you can really talk as therapy, as long as you get 50, do 50, what you call it, 50 shorts, the little short ones, then you could start doing some things, because like I say, you could, I hear some people say it takes some time for you start getting monetary and whatever. And there was a lady like my age, but like 60 something. She started doing it full time. And, you know, this is really something good, just like podcasts. In podcasts, anybody can do it. They make it simple. But I couldn't get back and do another one. I don't know what's going on. When I said, I guess God said, well, shut that down right now. So I need to let people see me face to face and stuff. I just love the radio because I can just get up and just talking, honey. I could be in my whatever, nightgown and head thing, whatever. But anyway, about my hair, about twice a year or once a year, um, I cut it all the way off. I cut it like a boy could just cut it with the clippers so it could grow back stronger. And that's the point that I have my hair now. It grows back much better and stronger and stuff. And it takes a whole year for it to grow because I had some braids and I had to end up cutting them out. No, the Africans did them. They used to yank on my head in Douglasville. Honey, when I did have some braids before I had gotten the thing, my god sister got me some crochet stuff when we got ready to go out of town, out the country. Got it done in Texas, Dallas. I mean, not Dallas, Texas, but in Texas. And I had to end up cutting them out. And so I said, well, shoot. I said, because before then I had braids. And when I took them out, my baby girl took them out, my hair had been growed on my shoulders. But when I went to that Dominican beauty shop in Decatur because I was in Lithonia. It was in Lithonia. They had them, I done went twice or three times. They done put so much heat on my hair, honey. My hair is easy to break off. It broke my hair. Oh, I mean, my hair was messed up. I could still see the fried part in my hair. So that's why, because I was wearing my own hair and then I put my wig on at times, when you don't feel like doing your hair. But honey, I cut those braids out and it's like a little afro, but I'm finna really cut. See, I cut it with scissors. I'm finna really get clippers and cut and really shave it down. I do that once a year, so it grows back so nice and full and rich and thick. And I keep it natural. I really keep it natural because I want an afro. I've always wanted an afro since the '70s, but I have had him. But that's what I like. I like the afro, and I want a really big afro. But anyway, y'all, I got, I can't ever really stop laughing at myself. Learn to laugh at yourself. You'll never run out of jokes. I'm telling you, laugh at yourself. But you know the difference when somebody laughing at you and laughing with you, you know. So, but it's okay. They're gonna be laughing a lot looking at my mouth. It's okay though, cause I'm blessing somebody. I don't care if it's just one. I'm blessing somebody with whatever what I'm dealing with is living with bipolar and disorder. So I'm grateful. You all take care.